Won't be on this too long. Beginners level to advanced level, depending on the material you're working on. Um, so if you're a beginner musician, it really depends on the type of material you choose to work with or work on. That's going to determine on how quickly you can become at an advanced level. And then if you choose the what I will say, this choice I'm about to give it to you. If you choose to practice like the advanced level musicians, then you will become advanced. If you choose to practice like a beginner level musician, then you will play like a beginner level. Now you probably noticed I didn't mention intermediate level because I kind of figure each step of the way from a beginner's level, you just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or however y'all want to call it. It could just be a 1 step, 2 step, and a 3 step from the beginner level, and then now you're able to, even if it's just one finger, the left hand. Oop, oop. Oh, now I can straighten it out. So beginner level is, you kind of like, from my perspective, that sounds kind of cool. Ooh, all right. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, cool. All right, cool. Beginner level, you trying to, what's that sound? It may start out with that one hand, left or right or whatever. Ooh, and those are accidentals, I call them. Oh, and without you even realizing it, musicians are using these ideas in their plan. Even though it's accidental to you as a beginner musician, you may not even realize that you already playing what advanced level musicians are doing, but not even know it. It might not sound like nothing at first. And then you put the left hand. Oh, wow. Now it sounds pretty. And without you even not realizing it. Oh, wow. Oh, and you just move without you not even realizing. My very first several chords that I learned on my own without knowing was exactly this. without me not realizing, advanced musicians play these chords too. Now in the beginning, because I didn't know what these chords were, that's why I'm talking from the beginner's level. I don't know what it is. It just sounded good, It sounded good to my ear because it was my first rodeo show, if you will. All right, it's my first little something that I was sitting here messing with, not here at home, but back in the day when I was at the church when I was about 16 years old and doing a vacation Bible school. I snuck in the church and got on the baby grand, and I played these were my very first chords. That's a chorus without strings. Then another day I came back and remember what I did. Then I went further. I came back another day and continued to keep going back over what I did. And I said, what if I did this? Oh, with no lessons, no piano lessons at all. No piano lessons at all, right? And then the other day I came back for Vacation Bible School, snuck into church, and continued to keep going. Now, I have no idea what I was doing, but whatever it was, it sounded kind of good. And that's what I did. The craziest thing, y'all, I can't believe that I can still remember this. Well, the reason why I can remember it, because I keep reciting it over and over to myself. Like, don't forget where you came from. Don't forget. And believe me, it had nothing to do with no other musicians coming in there giving me piano lessons. It's what God showed me, basically. I guess I can say it like that. Or maybe it's just this musical thing that was in me somehow. I don't know how it got in me, but I always watched growing up Leon Johnson. I'm calling him Uncle Leon Johnson. And Joey Bumpus Jr. I'm calling him Uncle Joey Bumpus Jr. But I used to watch them on the organ, and as I was growing up, and then also Cedric and Sister Cooley, and then our bishop's wife, Sister Ayers, or missionary Ayers. I believe they call them missionary, but and I used to watch them. I couldn't really look over their hands because, it wasn't that type of ball game at the church then. You just had to sit there and just listen. So I used to be amazed or marveled after their skills. And so one day I was like, man, I really want to know how to do this stuff. Or at least when I mean do the stuff, play like the people do in church. So yes, from beginner level to advanced level, how do you get there? And the way you get there is you obviously have to keep practicing. Now, I already got this down, but there's got to be another way I can do this. Oh, another way. Gotta be another way. Gotta be another way. As I said, gotta be another way. Gotta be another way. Has to be another way, right? So how did I do it? Literally, just exactly how I did it. Sit here at the keyboard. I didn't take no piano lessons per se. The only type of piano lessons I took was my godfather got me a music teacher, and she pulled out this book, and she's like, "I'm going to show you how to read the notes." And I'm like, "Oh my God, really?" Mariana, little lad, little lad, little lad, Mariana. I'm like, really, yo? I ain't got time for this foolishness. Something like that, right? So she asked me, what is exactly that you want to learn how to do? And almost instantaneously, I said, well, I want to learn how to play gospel music. And then she asked me who I want to hear, what artists and whatnot. And I told her which artists I wanted to learn some stuff. So she started trying to teach me the Hawkins stuff. And don't ask me if I can remember any of that stuff. That was so long ago. I had to really go back over that. But there, I started learning some Hawkins stuff on the piano at her house. So she was giving me that type of direct um, lessons. But at the same time, she continually kept trying to pull up this music book and open it up and say, okay, you need to learn how to read music. Read the music, open up the music book and just do a little bit at a time. Learn your skills. She wanted to really work with me with doing that and learning my skills and reading the notes. And I'm like, oh my God. All right. So I already knew how to read notes. I just didn't know how to do them on the keyboard. Not that I was interested in it, because I wasn't. And I'll be honest, I really wasn't. I did it when I was doing the horns, and I felt that was enough, you know. Now you got to turn around and come and do it on all these notes here. What in the world? Um, I used to hear people say, um, I know it's funny to say, you have talent, you have a gift, you have a talent, you have a gift. Um, Not really the oil, right? I used to hear people say, you know, just get on and let the Lord use you. Sit at the keyboard and just play. And I'm like, what? I don't have that type of anointing. You know, the funniest thing is, you know yourself. I know myself. And a lot of you musicians out there know yourself. Listen, I think I probably forgot to introduce myself. My name is Andre Clark. I'm this new cat on the block. I've been doing this since 2023, September 9. I could always remember that forever. And I came on here to decide to kind of share some of my gift or talent. um, Now, as I have gotten older, a little past 20 something years old, even though I didn't know a lot, but just a bit that I only knew, people used to come to me after church and be like, bro, you got the oil on you, man. You be, even now, I know this gonna sound funny to hear this, but to me, I'm gonna just express myself about it. But people used to come to me after church, oh, on the organ. I'm not a keyboardist. But on the organ, oh my God, man, you know how to bring it on the organ. You got the oil. We prefer to have the oil than to have somebody come over here and doing a whole bunch of and showing off their little. You know how to bring the oil. We feel the actual anointing from you. All right. Like, and I'm like, I don't know a lot. I just only know just a little bit that I know, and that's it. Nothing more, nothing less, but just only what I know. And they was like, that's good enough. You still be bringing it. We can feel your drive. We can feel your anointing under that. And I'm like, wow, man. And I'm now going to give you my opinion. If another musician who's more skillful than me, I would say, they may have more runs and chords and riffs that I might have. I'm not trying to down myself, but I'm just saying that they had a little bit more than I had. And I'm like, man, I'm loving that. Man, for me, you know, that's just what I'm explaining to them. And it was like, bro, it ain't in it all that. People can come in here and skillfully play, do runs and rips and all that stuff and all that. But at the end of the day, they ain't bringing no oil. And I used to marvel at this, or scratch my head, so to speak, and be like, I don't understand. And they used to tell me that, you don't understand. So I never really could understood the fact that if another musician came with all this stuff, but I said, this is what I asked, but what if I started learning to be as skillful as the other musician and bringing some runs on the wrist and blah, 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 blah. Then they were like, well, we know you got the anointing, right? We know you gonna put it in the right place at the right time when the time is for the okay. That's what I feel. That was a lot. Okay. So I've learned that it's all about what you learning, who you learning from. Beginner musicians. So if you want to stay here, that's okay. I'm not okay with that. That's just me. Jesus, I'll never forget what you done for me. Jesus, never forget how you set me free. Jesus, never get. I'm not okay with that. Maybe in the beginning. All right. Maybe in the beginning, because remember the words I used earlier? It's only what I knew at the moment. All right. at the moment, right? So you only can play what you know for that moment, right? But as you start practicing, you start learning that you can do other chords. You start learning to do other things. So I started thinking, how can I be better? This is a thought that came to my mind. And my mind was set was, well, I really don't want to sound like John. I don't want to sound like Larry. I don't want to sound like Ben. I don't want to sound like Susie. I don't want to sound like this person, that person. So I ran across many musicians along my journey, and maybe came across maybe one or two or three musicians that was willing to sit down and show me some stuff. All right, I had those opportunities, and those opportunities come and they go. Now, what I did do, even if I didn't learn this stuff, I did take note. I didn't work on it right away, but I did take notes. Probably way too many notes. So now this gives me the opportunity at a later years and start learning. I didn't always do that. So I didn't always play that way. When y'all hear me use that word, I can literally just still just learn that right there. Right. And a lot of this has to do with sound and what kind of sound you want to use, you know. Because each sound makes me play different or respond differently, depending on how I hear it in my ear. You know, right? So it makes me respond differently. Does this make me unanointed, or does this make me skillful? Right? Does this make me now? I'm looking at this as me being in my practice room. I'm not a keyboardist, but let's just say I'm going to be one when I finish this foolishness I'm doing. You know? And I'm thinking ideas, right? That's what the pros do. They advanced level musicians do. But where is it coming from? Um, well, it's coming from my imagination of hearing notes and try to play what makes sense to me based upon where I'm trying to go. That's where I'm going. Now, a lot of things I'm doing is accidental. None of this was taught to me. I'm accidentally doing it. Okay, when you learn a concept behind something, it's like if I learned the concept, or just let's just say maybe I saw somebody doing something, but I couldn't quite figure it out. But when I got to the keyboard, like I'm doing now, oops, that's an accident. Let me start here. Let's start here. What makes sense to me, right? Okay. Um, Now, of course, later on, remember I told y'all as I started learning my skills, I started teaching myself the skills because everybody was on me on social media. You need to learn your skills. You need to learn the number system, Doc. This is gonna make things so much easier. All right, that's true. They were actually right. I used to say to myself when I finished learning it, why could I have not done this much earlier? Of course, I wasn't trying to hear what my godfather had to say. I wasn't trying to hear what the instructor he gave got to me to learn from that. So I was being hard headed, right? Now I have to learn it the hard way, right? You know, but fine, whatever. I got it now, okay? So everything that I've learned on my own, learning my major move, my minor move, the augmented move, you know, diminish, dominant chord or C7 chord, major 7 moves. Of course, my inversions, y'all. Sus2, sus4. I guess I put it here. It's secret sauce, I call it. And then my tritone. Y'all probably say that's not a whole lot. It's not. I'm not saying it's all of the chords as well, but I am finding when I listen to stuff, I am finding that my little formula is my best friend right now. So, demonstration purposes, I forgot to turn my laptop on. It's gonna make some noises, but demonstration purposes is, before I even go there, is now I have learned my play chords in the right hand because that's my dominant hand. My left hand is now playing chords what my right hand can do. Why? Because I've trained it to do so. And so should you. So whatever my right hand can do, my left hand can do it. Okay. My right hand can do it. It's gonna do it. Right? My right hand, my left hand doesn't want to be left out of the equation. I don't know why that is, but every time I touch the keyboard with my right hand, my left hand want to get involved. See? And remember that thing I told y'all about? When you're a first beginner musician, you just hit the notes. You don't realize you already discovering sound. You see, it's accident. Oops. It was an accident. See, my accidents turn into something. It turned into a chord. B minor second. Or B minor add 2. This is a minor second. D flat or C sharp minor second. C major second. Remember your scale: C, C, D, E, F, G, A, B. So now I can create chords. I have a C minor second, C major second, C minor third, C major third, perfect fourth, C perfect fourth, tritone, C tritone, perfect fifth, C perfect fifth, minor 6, C minor 6, C major 6, C minor 7th, last but not least, C major 7th. What? Yeah. So you can start from this direction or up, whichever one you want to go to. Now, I know I was hitting the other notes on the outside of the C scale because I was just curious to see what happened. B major second, just like I did the C major second, B major second. Right? And so, yeah, I'm just trying to hear my wife, see what she wants. Okay, she just want to talk to my grandson, okay. All right, so once you learn your skills, in C scale, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, left hand trying to get away again. C, D, E, F, G, A, and B, and back to C, D, E, F, G, A, and B, C. Number system 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Even though it's a repeat of the same note here, right? 9, that's the 2. 3 is 10. 4 is number 11. 5 is 12. 6 is 13. You're just repeating the note again, octave higher. 7, I guess I go ahead and call it 14, and then we technically back to the 1. So that's the continuation of the number system. If you know how to count from 1 to 7 and 7 to 1, and then the continuation of the number system after 7 comes 8, repeating the same notes. Doesn't matter. Now you learn the concept. You go up to the next key and you duplicate the same thing in the next key, which is C sharp. If you was in D and he has step back to the left, it calls it D flat. If he's C, you have step up, it's sharp. Half step up from C, half step up to this black note is C sharp. But if you were doing the scale C scale, you on a D, half step back the note to that black note. Now we call it a flat note. The natural half step up to the right is D sharp. Back down is D. If I go over to E, half step back E to the black note is now E flat. And what else? D sharp. And now once you learn the concept behind the madness, you can pretty much do the rest on your own. It's a no-brainer at this point, right? And you do that in all 12 keys for my beginner musicians out there who's trying to learn to play. We call this transposing. We heard the language or the saying that there's 12 different keys. 12 different keys. You also might hear it as there's 12 relevant keys. 12 relevant keys, or 12 keys that are related to each other. you said like they're all related to each other. You can connect from one key to the other. If you was in C, I can connect to E flat. See? If I'm in the key of C, right? I can connect from C and head up to E flat. Why is that? Anybody know the answer to it? I know you know it because I had already said it. Because it's the third, flat third, the minor third, I was going to say flat third, but it's the minor third of C in the C scale. That's why you can go up to E flat from C to E flat. What? Because they all related to each other. You can go from C to E flat, the key of E flat, to G, to B flat, because they're related to each other. Okay, so C minor is related to E flat. As I mentioned in the other video, E flat is related to G minor. G minor is related to B flat. All right, and then you can go from B flat to B minor. Now we're going to go to a D minor. All right. All right, y'all catch what I'm saying? All right, and then I can go another direction too as well, or keep connecting this as I go. We have the sus2, that's sus4 that I just mentioned, and its secret sauce. We have this other sus4, this other sus2, and its secret sauce, and we're gonna have this other sus2, this other sus4, and this other secret sauce chord. They all related to each other. Are y'all hearing me? Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? Because they related to each other, because the scales, some of the notes in the scale, they share it with from one key. Let's go to G, and you share it in G. Except for the F sharp in the key of G. All right. And we have another note that's in the key of C that it doesn't share with the key of G, basically, right? And then once you learn this idea, now that was the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? That's from the C to the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We just jumped from the 1 to the fifth. Remember the perfect fifth? All right, so you can take chords from Now I gave it I gave it the information. But you can take chords that you have played in the key of C scale and put it in G. So G was the 5 in C as far as the scale is concerned. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the key of G is the 1. The C chord was the 1 chord, it's now the 4 chord in G. Oh, you don't have to create, recreate the wheel because it's already there, right? You know what I'm saying? The 6th chord in C, 4, 5, 6, is minor. So watch this. So you have the C chord, then we have the G, that was the 1, the 5, and then we have the 6, the A minor. So at least those 3 chords for now that we are going to find in the key of G, which is the 1 in G. The 2 in G is A minor, which is also the 6 in C, and also the 4 in G, C major. What? And so far we found those particular chords in that key. So basically we have major, minor, and then we have this B minor. Now that's gonna be in another key, the B minor. That's the 3 in G. 1, 2, 3, the 3 in G. But we're gonna find out B minor in another key, somewhere else. Oh, okay. Okay, we already found out the C there. Then we're gonna have this D chord. So we're gonna have this B minor move and this D minor chord. We're gonna find out also in another key, because they are related to each other, right? They're like cousins, nieces, or whatever, how y'all want to look at it. Brothers and sisters, all right, y'all want to look at it. And once you figure that out, you go like, oh, if you go to the 4th, let's see what happens in the 4th. All right, so we have the F and C, that would be the 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And F, which is the 4th, is the 1. Oh, okay. Then we have a G minor chord. That's your 2 chord. We're gonna find out in another key. Okay, so keep that in mind, right? All right. Okay. All right. So then, I almost forgot what key I was in. And there's that A minor chord again. 1, 2, 3, and F. So we already found out in the key of G is on the what number? 2. And the key of C is the what? That's right, the 6. And F is the what? The 3. All right, let's go up to B flat. All right, new chord there, right? So we have the G minor and the B flat. Remember that? Remember I was saying this? I told y'all. Okay, y'all gonna see how they all connect. Boom, 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 boom. You ever hear the keyboard player playing these voices, of chords? That's what's happening. They already learn the trick to the madness, if you will. I don't really like to use that word, the trick to the madness, but y'all get it. So, and here we go. Is in F scale we have the 5th, and there it is. And G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The C chord again. It was in C on the 1, right? And then the key of G is the 4. And then F is the what? 5. Wow. Okay, there's our D minor chord. Remember that from earlier? That was the 2nd chord in C scale. 1, 2. All right, so now we in F is what number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 6. It's the 6 in F. All right, let's see. In G, we have major, minor, minor, major, and then we go to D. Okay, then the 6th chord is gonna be E minor. Remember, that's gonna come up. Well, I should have said that earlier. And the G is the E minor. That's in the 3 in C. 1, 2, 3. And the key of G is the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, right. Y'all follow what I'm saying? All right. Did I finish out F yet? Let me see. Maybe I didn't. So the last chord in F, we had the D minor and then number 7 is the diminished move. I wasn't going to address the diminished move, but you're going to see that in the C scale, we have the B diminished group. I usually say the D diminished group because we do it inversions. D diminished 7, F diminished 7, A flat or G sharp diminished 7, and B diminished 7 or C flat diminished 7, depending on the key signature you save in. So that's in C. Okay. Now, I can use this idea in a song. All right, because I'm learning chords, right? Since I'm learning chords, I know I can probably use this in a song somewhere. And what key? I'm wondering what key could I use this voicing at? Whether I use this voicing, or this voicing, or this voicing. So let's see. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. Here it goes. There it is. A flat diminished 7. B diminished 7, D diminished 7, F diminished 7. What? I call it the 1 up. All right, 1 plus 1. What? Wait a minute. Okay, yeah. If I was in C, in the key of C, I use, well, okay, let me do it because I'm about to roll up on it right now anyways. You're going to see this little, I hate to say the word trick to the madness. But anyway, let me go to this. So, I was in G, right? Let's say I was in G, so my 7 is E diminished 7. But guess what? It's also C sharp diminished 7, because there's no flats in G, right? All right, and A sharp diminished 7, and you're doing inversions. G diminished 7, E diminished 7, and back to C sharp diminished 7. Remember an inversion. So if I was doing this song on C sharp, I think I said C sharp, right? Then or C, then my diminished move is already on the 1 up. Because it's my scale. 1 up, 2. All right, if I'm in that key, I'm going to 1 up. I'm sorry, 1 up is going half step up. I'm sorry. So I love you, Lord. Here comes C sharp diminished 7, or C diminished or D flat diminished 7, depending on how I want to look at this. I can say C sharp, or I can say D flat diminished 7. Doesn't matter. E diminished 7, G diminished 7, and I can do these inversions. What? Now, don't get stuck, beginner musician, that you just have to play that one diminished move. You can actually play all 3 movements in all 3 keys, the all 3 diminished 7. If I wanted to use it as a passing move, Now, I know I'm heading here, but I also know I can go diminished. I'm doing inversion. Y'all follow what I'm saying? I can go da, 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 or up, da, da, or wherever I want to go, because I can do inversions. I can do the inversions or transpose, right? Transposing, because transpose. And that brings me back to, this is going to bring me technically back to the C sharp diminished 7 or the D flat diminished 7. I love you, Lord. And I'll play the next chord, which is my 2. I love you, Lord, today. What? The next diminished move up in the next key of D, in the key of D. I now should know what my next diminished move is in that key, and guess what? It's gonna be which one? The C diminished 7 group, or the C sharp diminished 7 group, or the D diminished 7 group? Let's find out. Yep, the C diminished group. The C diminished 7 group. So in the key of C, we're gonna fall on I'm gonna go ahead and call it the D flat diminished 7. When I'm in the key of D flat C sharp, I'm falling down to the D diminished group. What? If I'm in the key of D, I fall on the C diminished group again. And I'm gonna end up using all 3 diminished groups at the end of the day. But we're gonna end up doing inversions of it. Oh, Okay. All right. So basically, which one we going to? That's right. The D flat diminished 7 or E diminished 7, G diminished. I can do the inversion. Remember. All right. So if I'm in D flat, I go up to the D diminished. If I'm in D, I go up to which one? I love you, the C diminished group. Oh, you're gonna duplicate them no matter what you do in all 12 keys. It's gonna be a duplication, but you just doing inversions. Oh, all right. Now I go to E flat. Which one am I gonna fall to, y'all? I love you, E flat, D flat diminished 7 group. Oh, if I go to E, which one should I fall on? D diminished group. What? Yes. So you're gonna fall. Once I get the concept of the madness, it's gonna be a no-brainer. I'm in E, so if I go to F, which one am I gonna fall to? That's right. It's gonna fall to the C diminished group. It's gonna keep rolling back. Oh, now it's game on, right? Well, it was already game on from earlier, because now I realize after the first 3 keys that I was doing, I realized I'm actually shifting the diminished 7 moving upward. Now if I'm at F sharp and G flat, I love you, dog. Which diminished group I'm going to? That's right. If I use the word F sharp, then I'll say C sharp diminished 7. If I say the key of G flat, which is the same key, it will be called D flat diminished 7. And of course, I know my inversion. Or whichever direction I want to do that. You know. See? Oops. That was an accident. I didn't mean to do that. But that happens, you know. Now I'm messing between the major 7 move and the D diminished group and the minor 9 mover. All of that other stuff, you know. All right, so if I'm in G, I love it. Which diminished group I'm heading to there? I know y'all already know. Yep, the D diminished group. So I love you, dog. I know y'all already know, because remember, there's only 3 of them. C diminished 7, D diminished 7, C sharp diminished 7. And it's going in the chromatic mode. It's just those 3 diminished group, but inversion. The next one. And the last one. Hey, Finger, what you doing? Yeah, we just doing inversions. What? All right. A flat is gonna fall on which diminished 7? You should already know, because what was the last one I played? C diminished 7. You already know what the key of A is gonna fall in. That's right, the C sharp diminished 7. It's just rolling back and forth. It's just rolling back and forth for every time I go to the next key. B flat. Which one of I should be falling to next? That's right. The B, D diminished 7. After, because we're doing inversions. Oh. And then now we hit into key of B. You already know which diminished 7 I'm finna rock to. Back to the C diminished 7. So now that you know that we have 3 diminished, C diminished 7, C sharp or D flat diminished 7, and D diminished 7, you already know that. And if you notice, I'm repeating it again. I'm just doing inversions. Oh, just doing inversions. Oh, just doing inversions. Okay. One more finger. Y'all get it? Yeah. I know y'all get it now. So that's why it's important to learn your scales, your number system, all right, and know how they work, and then know, of course, it goes with it. The 1 is C major, the 2 is D minor. This is the Nashville system we're talking about now. F is number 4, G 5, A minor number 6, and B diminished At the 7th there. All right, and the scale is the 6th note, and that's in all 12 keys. And the B diminished 7, and then we're back to square one. And just remember, do your inversions, right? As you learn your movement for my beginner musicians, so you can go from beginner level to intermediate. I'm sorry, beginner level to advanced level, because the advanced level musicians are using this idea and expanding them by using your sevenths, flat 7, right, and so forth. And so most of the stuff that I listen to, or I've come to listen to, the musicians is doing what I figured that they are doing. um and so when I listen to it, it's like, oh, now we got the 2-hand chords. Sometimes you might have the chord split. This is an A flat chord. Remember, I was playing now the C minor third. Remember, right? Just breaking up the major chord technically. Or I can also use the sus 2, A flat sus 2, creating a different sound or a different approach to the A flat major chord. So now that I drop that down in the left hand, it makes me play an A flat add 2. With the right hand off the mix, it makes me play the minor third, C minor third, with the right hand in the mix. Now, I don't necessarily have to play the sus2. I can literally double up my C, which is in the left hand, and play the A flat major chord that way too, and then add my 2 that way. But it sounds exactly the same. The difference is I raised up the C and giving you that suspense sound versus see the difference? That suspense sound or versus so that was the difference. However, watch this. If you look at my left hand, I'm playing now an E flat sus 4, and it's related to the A flat sus 2. Y'all already know I can move the bottom note and play the secret sauce chord. It's still an A flat major chord at 2. Now I can go ahead and add the A flat there with the right hand, and I still have an A flat at 2. I'm just giving it more sound or flavor, or whatever y'all want to call it. If you can see my fingers trying to. All right, I'm starting to do inversion, trying to make my left hand see. There it is. Now I'm just doing inversions of my major chord at this point until I bring up that finger up here. Now I'm just stretching the hand out. It's first inversion, second inversion, root, back to first inversion, second inversion, and root. Now this is without the 2, because I ran out of some fingers. Unless I bring that pinky, or actually my ring finger, and put my middle finger, now I'm back to A flat at 2. Now if I want to take the C off, I'll go to use the sus 4 at the top of the finger, and the sus 2 at the same time. It's still an A flat at 2. And I'm not even a keyboard player. Remember that song I was doing, girl, Now I'm using the outer notes versus me playing the whole chord. Instead of me using the whole full chords, I'm using the outer notes, right? We might call it drop 2s. What I did? I don't know what I did. That was accident. Then I'm gonna use that Mike Burrell move. Let Remember that same chord? Now I'm putting it down here. A flat add 2. D flat 6/9 chord. You have won. B major 7. Or I might put the 9 there and play A flat minor 9. B flat minor 9. Voice this way or other Z. I'm gonna do my left hand. I have voices that way. Depends on what my ears hear. The because remember sus2, sus4. I'm just bringing it up here. You know what I'm saying? You know, we already know that's the minor move. Just doing inversion. F sharp minor. G sharp minor, that's the root. F sharp minor, first inversion. A flat minor, first inversion. And so what he did was he played it with 2 hands, I'm assuming. You know, kind of give you a little twangy. And then you back to that top chord. Well, it's bass players carrying that bottom. So hallelujah. 6/9 chord. I'm using the secret sauce chord. We call it the sus2 chord. It's really called the 7 sus4 chord. The 7 sus4 chord, depending on what note you hit it in the thumb and the left hand and the right hand, causes you to play either the F 6/9 chord, but it's all generated from your sus2 chord. B flat sus2 chord, and I'm just taking my 1 note and putting it to the top or down here. It doesn't matter where I put it, and it's a C7 sus4 chord because it's the last note on the bottom. But I can do all these moves like this. The other one, and the other one. Let's see. Y'all notice that? And a whole lot more of them, I can do that and connect them from this key to this key to this key. What? To this key, to E flat sus2 to B flat sus4 and the F7 sus4 chord. I can connect them all like this. So let's say B flat sus2 to F sus4 to its secret sauce. I could jump over either from, depending on the voicing of the sound that I laugh. I can take you to the B flat sus2 to E flat sus2. Did I notice that? Then I go to E flat sus2 to B flat sus4 and the secret sauce. And play all 3 chords, y'all. This is like 3 chords. 1, 2. Then I'm going right here to B flat next. You see how they work? Then if I go up, now I'm going to take me to using the black, I'm going to say the black notes, but making me thinking to go to B, to E, to F sharp. So basically, y'all probably hear me doing this from C to F to B. Y'all hear that? And this is the 4th. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then B flat, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I can go to E flat, 1, 2, 3, 4. From E flat to A flat, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's what I was doing earlier. So I can go to C, to F, right, and then B flat, or whatever sequence of chordings that you want to use, and then E flat, from A flat, and then from E flat, I'm sorry, A flat to D flat, because I'm going in fourth. Right? So I'm going in fourth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? And doing and using the idea. The next one will be G flat, and then I go here. Right? And then I'll put me. And I'm playing the same chord. I don't have to create the wheel. I don't have to create the wheel because I'm just taking the same chord I understand and transposing. Beginner level stuff. This is really, I don't want to say use the word beginner level, but it is beginner level chords because all the advanced musicians are doing, or I'm just doing, the sound advance is putting the chords in a certain kind of sequence. Putting the chords in a sequence move. Because I know, and every time when I move, I can see those ideas. Listen to that. B. Watch this. I can move those chords. What? Even if I don't even know what I'm doing. Transposing. Transposing. I don't know what I'm doing, right? Yeah, 5. Change the key. Change the key. You see what I'm saying? And I'm in E flat. There it is. I'm just transposing. It's hard for me to do the both of them, man. I'm doing transposing because I understand how they make these chords. A flat is related to C minor, E flat, G minor, B flat, D minor, sus2, secret sauce, and I can move them around. See? Until I go to another key. Now I'm in B, I moved it, and I can mess with the next move, you know. Oops. I know y'all heard this go. That's that Devin move, man. Y'all heard that? I know y'all heard that song. That was that A Change when he did those moves. I'm like, oh, so you see how I'm making them connect because I understand. I can go sus4, You know, this. So I can go F sus4, F sharp sus4. Okay. Bring the. That's the chord I had here. I can go C sharp sus4. Oh, I forgot the secret sauce chord. And then I can go here, and then the B sus2. If I go C sharp, y'all hear the voicing I'm thinking of? Y'all hear the voicing I'm messing with? So I hear. Or wherever he's headed to. I think. Wherever he's going next. Okay, whatever it is. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get off here, go check on my honey, but I just wanted to share with my beginner musicians out there that you can go from beginner level to play advanced level music. Is not difficult at all. It's only difficult because you don't know the scales in all 12 keys, and it's only difficult because you don't know your major chord, the minor move, and make sure you learn your inversions. How to do inversions is take the one note on the bottom and put it here. Take your third note and put it here, and now you have root. Okay, first inversion. Now don't do it the way I'm doing it right here. I'm just giving you an example, right? And then your bottom note is at the top. So the correct way is root position. All right, so you know your number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Once you learn the concept, it's a wrap. So you know that's 7. So you know this is your 1, and your note is 3, and that's 5. It's kind of like 1, skip 1, skip 1. Well, actually, in your C scale is 1, skip 1, hit, skip 1, hit, skip 1, hit, and that makes you play a major 7. 1, 3, 5, and 7. We wasn't gonna get there yet, but as long as you learn your C, E, and G is 1, 2, 1, 3, and 5. Inversion of it, I'm put my G at the top with my C at the top, which now makes me play a E, G, and C. 3, 5, 1. Put my 3 at the top, and we have what we call a 5, 1, 3, G, C, and E. Then I want to put it back. Then I'm going to put my 5 up here, and I'm just an octave higher from where I was at here. That means my right hand should fall up here. And then I can move forward and say, now I want to put my 1 at the top. You see how my fingers rotate? And I'm kind of doing this little spider move, if you will. And I'm back to the same thing, 3, 5, 1. And then I'm back to my 5, 1, 3. And then I'll do the little spider move. My finger go up here, and I'm back where I'm supposed to be at. I'm trying to learn how to play the keyboard without lifting my hands off the keyboard as much. And you can see my fingers doing a crawl. That's not easy. It takes a little time. And I'm just trying to keep my fingers and my hands on the key. It's not easy. Yeah. Okay. I get it sometimes the first time around or two, and then after that I'd be like, forget it. But there's nothing wrong with taking your hands off the keyboard. And there's also nothing wrong with playing the same fingering if you desire to do so. If you want to play 1, 2, 3, because you got 4 fingers, and a thumb. But generally they might call this the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5 finger, right? 5 finger movement. So it's nothing wrong if you want to play your 1 and your 2 finger and your 3 finger. And if you want to play it that way, that's fine too, as long as you make sure your fingers can get there, right? And I kind of shake my fingers to do it. If that doesn't feel comfortable, no big deal. I'll probably start with the thumb and come cross over and bring my middle finger and my pinky. If that don't feel comfortable, of course, let's see. Okay, that feel okay. Feels a little awkward doing it. Yeah. If that don't work for me, then I'll try a different finger per each chord. That feel cool to me. Now you see, let me see. Let me see. Oh, maybe you do. Okay, so maybe do feel okay for me to go thumb 1, 2, and what did I say? What finger I was doing? Yeah, and 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Wait a minute. I switched. I went 1, 2, and 4. That's what felt comfortable to me. And then I went use the same finger for the next move. 1, 2. Yeah. So I'm using the same finger for the second chord. But on my beginning finger, I use the 1, 2, 3. Now listen. Now that I'm playing a little better, I no longer do it that way. I want to free up my one finger, and I'm gonna play the 1. Let me see how I'm doing this. Hold on. Yeah, 1, 3 finger, and my pinky. The reason why that is because I want to do this little what? I want to use my 1, 2 finger to do this little slick move. Flat 3, 2, 1. While my pinky is on the 5, while my ring finger, middle finger is on the 3. I want to do this little with my 1 finger, my 2 finger, and do the slide down. We might call it grace or just note at the time. No, 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 or slide or grace. That's what we call grace when you slide down. Or da ba 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 ba, because I'm coming off the note. Ba ba ba. Now that's not grace. Gracing is when you slide off. So let's see. Now I'm going to use my 3, 1, 2, 3, my third finger to help me out to do this little twang. Now remember, I'm doing it one at a time now. 3, flat 3, 2, 1. Let me see. Da-da. Now I might do the slide off. Let me see. Or the twang. See? Ta-da. Now I'm doing it one at a time. 1, 2, 3, 2, flat 3, 3, 2, flat 3, 3. Now I'm gonna do the slow. That's what we call twanging. I sped it up a little bit. And do the other way. Now this time I'm gonna grace it off. 3, flat 3, slide down to the 1 while I got the 5 up there. Now, what I'm using is the flat 3, I'm gonna twang it into it. Almost like I'm doing this, da-da, da-da, but I'm making sure I kind of like, remember that? Kind of give it that little. That's where the pros get the idea from. Put that right hand together. Oh. Now, you may not be able to play it exactly the same way in all 12 keys because of the key shape is not going to allow you to do that, okay? So just keep it in mind. You might have to improvise with the fingering and how to pull that off in other keys because not all keys is not going to allow you to do that. Okay, so if I was in E, that's my 5. All right, and this is my 1. That's my 2. Just trying to see how I want to twang my 3. That's my 3. So see, can I pull this off? See, it's not that easy unless I have to get into a different position. See, I have to approach it from a different angle. It's almost similar, but now I have to come at it from a different angle and twist the finger the other way and get some help with the thumb. I'm using the 2 to do it. Now I'm gonna not try to use the 2. I might use a note outside of the key scale. Nope. Nope, can't do it. So you notice now the fingers change. 3, slide down, 3, 2, 1. So I have to come at it a different way. See? So every key you may not be able to do it the exact same way. However, we got the concept. You get the concept behind the madness. Let's see, B. B. See, kind of pull this off. Nope. Almost like the way I did it in C, almost. But it's actually similar to what I did it in the E. Exactly, actually, matter of fact. Yes. Yeah, so it's similar to how I had to finger it in the key of E. But the key is remember what the note is that you're doing. Flat 3, 3, 2, 1, and with your 5 at the top. So 5, 1, 2, 3, flat 3, flat 3, flat 3, 2, 1. Just remember the number system. Remember they say, remember the number system. I don't think nobody really gonna sit there and be like, you know what, I'm going. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Remember notes. Oh man, I gotta twang my D into the E flat and my twang my D into the D sharp, back down to the C sharp and back down to the B. Nobody's gonna sit there and think that. It'll be more of the numbers. And then after you get that down, you done. Listen, y'all, I gotta go and help my honey bunny. She needs my assistance, so I'll catch y'all in a bit. Peace and love and coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. All right, sorry. I gotta catch y'all later. It's normal. I appreciate you working these chords. Thank you. No F. Let me see. F sharp and half steps and diminished sounds. Okay, I'm coming. I don't want to be a nurse, y'all. I'm not a nurse. No. Okay. I gotta go help my wife here. I'll catch y'all in a bit, okay? Peace and love and cornbread.